Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I just thought that I would do a quick update regarding the Divine Masculine. I want to know how he is and how he's feeling about the DF. This is probably going to be a shorter than normal reading. I have some new cards this week, so I just wanted to try those out, but also the DM's been very much on my mind today, and I feel that, you know, the DMs have a message for the DFs in the collective. So let's get on and do the reading and see what comes out. For those of you who haven't seen who didn't watch the karmic read, I just need to let you know that it's been a difficult week this week. My father passed away a few days ago, and obviously doing readings has been tricky because my head's obviously not been in the right place, but I do feel drawn to do this reading today. I have tried to do some readings this week, but I'm not my usual jolly self, so that's why I'm telling you that, really. Anyway, so let's get on and see what the DM wants to tell us. If you haven't subscribed or clicked the notification bell, then please, if you could do so, that really helps the channel. And equally, I love reading all your messages with these twin flame readings. You know, so much of it resonates with me and resonates, you know, with other people, that it's really helpful when you leave those messages. So thank you for that. Right, let's get on and see how the DM is feeling. Spirit, can you please give us some messages from how the DM is feeling, please? Oops. Okay, you want me to take that one? Okay. Oh, look at this. We have a powerful move. That's a good start. We'll go through these in more detail in a moment when we've got them in context. So we have a higher view. Okay, nice. We have sacred reverence. Interesting. Interesting. Let me do, I want to do one more card. I don't like to do, I know this sounds, yeah, I don't like to do things in threes when I do twin flame readings, bizarrely. It's not bizarre actually, but you know. Is there another one, please? How is the DM feeling? The storyteller. Nice. Okay, let me see if I can squeeze these up a little. I do appreciate I do apologise if you hear noise in the background, but as I say, I'm still at my father's flat, and you know, there's lots of comings and goings in the corridors because it's an elderly care facility. So anyway, back to the DM. So the DM, there has been a major shift with the DM recently, and I think we've all been feeling this, but it feels like he's about to make a powerful move. He's about to, it's almost like a master stroke. For those of you who play chess, you'll see we have the chess piece here, you know, which is really significant. Do you know, I wanted to say that was the king, but it's actually the queen, I think. Oh, if you're a chess player, please remind me. I haven't played chess for a long time, and my head is a bit scrambled. So, you know, is it a king or is it a queen? Can you see it? I think the more I say it, the more I think it's the queen, actually. But anyway, let's not get hung up on that. It feels like something has unlocked in his world, and it feels like he's about to make a significant move, because there's been this big inner shift in his thinking. He's seeing the bigger picture now, you know? He's got a higher view of things. So it's almost like he's removed himself emotionally from whatever situation he's in, and he's looking back down on it, and he's feeling, yeah, you know, I can see the bigger picture now. I actually understand what's going on now. You know, I've got a better understanding of this because, you know, I'm seeing it for what it is. I'm seeing the full picture, not only the little bits that I was concentrating on before. And he knows that this connection that he has with you is a divine connection, okay? And there's part of this major shift is about him feeling that he has to follow what he's being led to follow, you know? He's being reassured by spirit that it's safe to follow his heart. And he knows that there's a powerful intervention going on here. He knows that this is sacred. He knows that spirit are working with him. And he may not consciously know that, but subconsciously he knows that, and that is what's causing the shift. Okay? Feels like he's been talking to people about you. He may have been talking to people about the fact that, you know, he feels there's divine intervention here, that it's meant to be, that he should be following his heart. He may have been verbalizing all that rather than keeping it all to himself. And do you remember when a while ago the DMs were sort of not talking to anybody about anything, were keeping their emotions totally hidden? Well, this has a very different feel about it. There's acceptance here. There's this need to work with spirit. And I've just noticed something. We have a lot of keys going on in these three cards. Look at this. So the shift has come because there's been spiritual intervention. Look, the key is in the lock there and out of the lock there. So spirit have helped to unlock what was holding him back. And they're helping him to move forward. And he's telling people about this because, look, we have a key over here. So, you know, he's telling people about this divine connection that he has with you. Let's get them again and do the next row. In fact, no, let's come back to that because I want to pull some tarot. Why do we have a powerful move, please? Why do we have this powerful move? What else can you tell us, please? Yeah, look, he was scared for a long, long time. But now, rather than concentrating on the ones that were burnt and the things that have sort of crashed and burned and the mistakes he's made, he's hanging on to you here. He knows that he's got two wands left to work with. And, you know, he knows that they're worth pursuing. There's been a real shift in his thinking. Beforehand, he thought that he'd burnt all his bridges and that, you know, you'd never accept him back. And now there's almost like a fight inside him. And he sees the whole picture, you know. He sees, you know, quite clearly how he's feeling, what the situation is. Why do we have a higher view, please? Yeah, he's a lot more relaxed about it. He's a lot more positive. He knows what he's achieved. He feels that, you know, he's got a better understanding now. He's seeing things a lot more clearly. And he's spending a lot of time in reflection about this particular situation. So why do we have... Oh, that came out early. Yeah, okay. He's beginning to see things a lot more clearly. You know, pages are always, you know, they can mean children, but I think in this instance, you know, he's in the early stages of understanding and having clarity about what this relationship means. He kind of had those feelings before, but he didn't understand them, you know. So he knew there was something significant about you, but he didn't actually understand what was going on. And now here he is with his sword, which is, you know, his sword of clarity. Learning has taken place, and now he's ready and showing that understanding of what's going on for him. Why do we have the storyteller, please? Yeah, he's been telling people about this connection. He's been telling people that, you know, he's not been feeling good, that he hasn't been able to see things clearly, that he hasn't been able to see things in a positive manner, but that he knows that he's been on some form of journey. Again, learning has taken place. He's been on a journey where he's had to learn lessons, and the lessons he's learned have made him, you know, miserable, but also enlightened him to this connection. So, you know, we've definitely got awakened DMs out there, without a doubt. Right, let's see how he's feeling about the DF at the moment. Oh, we have the power of purpose. Nice. How is he feeling about the DF at the moment, please, the Divine Feminine? How is the Divine Masculine feeling about Divine Feminine Spirit? Beyond the ordinary. Love it. How else? Let it go. Okay. And seeing beyond. Okay, right, so what we have is there's a new determination with the DM, you know. He understands now what he wants. He knows, whereas before he was dwelling about having lost all these wands, he knows now the significance of the 2 wands that are remaining, okay? And so he's developed this purpose, this power of purpose. He knows what he wants, and he knows he's getting a better understanding of his connection with you. So, you know, he's more than determined to take action regarding this relationship. You know, and I love the fact that this is circular, because it's almost like, you know, a cycle has been completed. So yeah, he's a determined DM, which is nice to see. As for how he feels about you, he not only wants to take action, you know, again, they've just said to me, you are the center of his world. There's actually an arrow. I don't know how clearly you can see it on camera. There's an arrow pointed right into the centre of that circle. So he's realised, he's woken up, he's realised you are the centre of his world. And he thinks you're just magnificent. I mean, look at this. You know, I'm asking, how does the DM feel about the DF? He feels you're beyond the ordinary. Way beyond the ordinary. Look how magnificent this person is. Absolutely, there's stars, there's lights, there's feathers. It's just exuberant and abundant, you know. And you know, they've just said pedestal to me. So yes, you know, he's put you on a pedestal. He's seen you, you know, the whole picture now. He realises that he has a part to play in this relationship. Whereas I think before, yes, he had the DF on a pedestal, but he used to be scared and used to be hiding away. But now he's thinking, hang on, you know, we have all this beautiful, potential of a relationship here. Do excuse my English, my head, I'm struggling for words at times. But, you know, here I am, you know, in peaceful contemplation, admiring the beauty of this DF. And I know what I want because I have purpose now. She's the centre of my world, or he's the centre of my world, whichever way it resonates for you, you know? And, you know, there may have been times where he thought, you know, I need to let this go. But look at this card. He knows he can't. He knows he can't let it go. You know, we have the heart here, but these birds are connected by this string. You know, and we know all about, you know, having cords cut and all that sort of thing, but he's beginning to understand the importance of this connection. Look at how beautiful that card is. But this string ties them together. So regardless of whether he's tried to let you go in the past, and if you're in separation now, that makes perfect sense, because he may have tried to let you go and separate from you, but he's not been able to, because each of you are linked by this unbreakable cord. Because although we know about cord cutting, when it comes to twin flames, you can't break the cord, because you are one, split into two on either ends of the piece of string. Extraordinary. Amazing. He sat in doubt for a long time, and this is what he's telling his friends. This is what he's telling people around him. I doubted my connection for such a long time. I couldn't see it in a positive light because I felt unworthy. I felt there were problems. I felt that, you know, why would that beautiful person who's extraordinary look at me? But now he's saying, but I've seen beyond that, you know. I realise there's a divine intervention here. I realise this is a divine connection. And I realise this is our story, not just mine. This is our story. What's lovely about this is as well, is it's the number 17, which obviously added together is 8. That's the completion of a cycle. That is infinity, you know? So he's really, really awakened to what is going on here and how he sees you. Right, let's just pull some more tarot. Oop, to get any further messages. Let's see. Strength, yeah. He's found the strength and the determination to be moving things forward. What we never have in these readings are accurate timescales, but he has the strength and he has the sense of purpose now, and he has the understanding. Gosh, there are many, many times when we didn't think we'd ever hear that in a twin flame reading. We just kept the faith and we just hoped that one day he'd reach that point, and here we are. Amazing. So why do we have beyond the ordinary, please? Why do we have beyond the ordinary, please? Oop. Of course. Spirit have cheered me up this afternoon, to be honest. They do keep doing things that just amaze me all the time, and here they are, you know. I said, why do we have beyond the ordinary? Remember, we said he was keeping you on this pedestal, that you are absolutely beautiful to him, and here we have the Star card, which is all about you are his wish fulfillment, without a doubt. He knows that now. He's seeing the whole picture. He realizes the strength of this connection and the divine intervention. You are his wish fulfillment, without a shadow of a doubt. So why did we have the Let It Go card, please? Yeah, he's not going to fight this anymore, you know? It's time for you to be recognised. It's time for you to be put in the spotlight. It's time for you to, yeah, just be, it sounds weird what I'm going to say is, but it's ready for you to be rewarded for your patience, for your understanding. I just said it sounded weird because I was using the word rewarded. But you know what I mean. You know, he wants to give to you what you've been giving to him. Okay? And he wants to put you in the spotlight because he wants you to be appreciated. It's time, you know? He's gone from probably telling these people who he's been talking to that, you know, you weren't for him, and when he was in that negative mindset, to suddenly saying, do you know what? I've woken up. I've realised she is my wish fulfillment. She's the person I want. And I need to treat her right. And I need to put her in the spotlight as the centre of my world. I need to show people. See all these people around around you here, showing their appreciation. He knows that's what you deserve. And I don't mean that in a sort of a superficial way, but he knows that, you know, it's your time for him to give to you what you have been giving for him in terms of your patience and your understanding, etc. So there's a situation that maybe he's moving away from. For some of the DMs, there's a situation that he's moving away from. He has friends that are helping him, and it may well be that the people that he's talking to are helping him to make that move. It could be physically, or it could just be emotionally. You know, they may be saying encouraging words. They may be saying to him, you know, if that's what's your instinct, if that's what you're feeling, you need to follow your heart, you know. So, you know, they're helping him move on from this energy to find the sunshine, you know, to find the light, you know. And he may have to go through some darkness first, because here he is by the moon. There's people helping him. But, you know, in order, he can be either going to something or moving away from. I used the words moving away from because that's how it felt when I pulled this card. But he's seeing beyond the restrictions now. And the key thing about this is he's ready to move forward. Okay? And if moving forward means him leaving a situation, then that's what he wants to do. Okay? There's also a part of this card that says he understands and he knows how intuitive you are, Divine Feminine. And he knows, again, that connection between the two of you. He's realised that you are linked in the 5D. So, you know, he's making decisions based on the strength of his understanding now. Strength of his understanding. Yeah, he is, basically. So, interesting. Do we want some moonology? They've just said, okay, 1 or 2. It's up to you. It's just, I saw the moon and it just kind of made me feel like I needed moonology. So let's finish off with a couple of moonology and then I'm going to draw it to a close. Okay. Oh, they are funny today. Look at this. Look at the bigger picture. What did I say about this card here? He's taking a higher view. He's looking at the bigger picture. So, you know, again, we don't have timescales. So, you know, if Spirit are saying to you, Divine Fems, look at the bigger picture here, what they're asking you to take on board is, yes, for some of you, this has been a very, very long journey, but the steps and the growth that your Divine Masculine has gone through has been huge, absolutely huge. So, you know, you need to look at the bigger picture here. This isn't about you in the 3D and your feelings for him and wanting him with you. You have to look at the growth that both of you have gone through over the past couple of years. It will be different timescales for all of you, obviously. It's not like one spirit. Thank you. Yeah. So while you're dreaming and while you're you know, thinking ahead, DFs, you also need to have a practical plan here. Okay? So you need to think about, after, you know, for those of you who've been waiting, if you're in separation, you've been waiting for your DM to come in, you need to think about how it's going to be when he does. Because for some of you, it's going to be a bit of a shock. Yeah, it would be. But, you know, having been awakened, when he decides to come forward, I get a feeling this DM is not going to actually take his time. I think he's just going to go for it, you know? In which case, have a practical plan in your head of how it's going to be when he does, because the last thing we want when the DM is finally ready and moving forward towards the DF, the last thing we want is a DF that runs. It happens, you know, it happens, because the overwhelm that the DM was feeling can then become the overwhelm that the DF is feeling. Okay, so, right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. As I say, I'm trying to stick to the readings. They may not be quite as they were before for a little while, because life is quite difficult at the moment, but I do find, you know, spirit helps, and yeah, it helps to talk to all of you through the readings and to bring that hope and that reassurance to us all. So yeah, thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It's really helpful for the channel, and I thank you for all your comments and your lovely words, and it's all a bit overwhelming, frankly. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and we'll speak soon. Take care. Bye bye.